You can call me Percy Pringle III, or you can call me Paul Bear. You're watching Southern States Wrestling, Mountain Empire Wrestling. Oh, yes.
Welcome to the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour. It's your friend here, Beau James, and you saw at the beginning of the program there, we come to you with heavy hearts. As this week we lost a dear, dear friend, Misty and I did, and Percy Pringle, Bill Moody, WWE's Paul Bear. He was a great supporter of Southern States Wrestling. He has kicked off this program for the past 2 years many times. He has did a lot of great stuff to support Southern States Wrestling, and we dedicate this program today to him, and I want his family in Mobile, Alabama to know that we dearly are going to miss him, and we loved him. And, you know, he loved us, and he loved Southern States Wrestling. He watched it every week online from Mobile, and he was always sending us emails or Facebook messages telling us about how much he enjoyed what we were doing up here in East Tennessee. And I know he would have enjoyed what's getting ready to come up here the 15th and 16th of March, doubleheader weekend, Southern States Wrestling 22nd anniversary spectacular weekend, the 15th of March, right here behind me, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory, 16th of March, VFW Hall in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Big weekend coming up, and already signed both nights. Nick Hammonds defends against DeAndre Jackson. We saw right here last week with the help of the Rock Stars how Nick Hammonds left the Tennessee heavyweight champion. If you missed it, let's go back and see what happened, and then let's hear words from Nick Hammonds and DeAndre Jackson about the big doubleheader weekend coming up this coming weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Jay Shad, Chris Graves, the Rock Stars from outer
I was extremely concerned at the beginning of the match at how fluid the Rock Stars was going to be, but they certainly proved me wrong as they pick up a victory here. Hey, the match is over, guys. It's time to call it quits. Let's ring that bell over there and try. They're raking at the eyes of DeAndre Jackson. Chris Miles thrown out here on the outside, and they're still doing some damage to that arm. Joe Wheeler still working it over. We got to get some help out here for him. He's going to be permanently injured.
This is completely uncalled for right here. Rock Stars, this is the kind of thing that you will not get contracts signed for doing, as matchmakers Big Al Bass and Mac McMurray are looking on right now, don't you know it? And this is the type of thing right here that can lead to suspensions, as they both now are going after DeAndre Jackson. This is absolutely ridiculous. We need to get some help out here if at all possible. If anybody can hear us in the back at this point, we desperately need some help for DeAndre Jackson out here, as these Rock Stars are trying to rip him apart, Michael.
My gosh, I don't know that I've ever seen volatile action like that. He had both arms, Joe Wheeler, at the same time being hyperextended. Chris Miles trying to get back in the ring. They just kick him back out. DeAndre Jackson is, wow. I don't know if anyone is watching the monitors in the back. DeAndre Jackson, he is out on his feet here. Chris Graves, kick. That kick caught him right in the midsection. Man, they have worked him over from top to bottom. And here comes the king of Kingsport, Beau James. He's got a chair. We're going to clear the ring, possibly. Wait a minute, Joe Wheeler. Look coming here. Joe, you've got to be kidding me. He just went through a 15-minute tag team contest with the Rock Stars from outer space. He's got an arm here that's just hanging by a thread. He can't even use it. And we've got an impromptu Tennessee championship match here. Nick Hammonds, I didn't even know he had re-signed with Southern States Wrestling. He says, hey, the stipulations of my contract says I get a title shot, any title I want, anytime I want. And he's picked Christmas Night Star Wars. And DeAndre Jackson, well, took it to him, and Nick Hammonds already out on the outside. Not what I expected.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had just been informed in the past 48 hours that Nick Hammonds had re-signed with Southern States Wrestling, and he got him right there. He dropped that arm across that rope right there. Hammonds now moving right in on the already injured arm. Oh, good Lord. If that arm wasn't fractured before, it's sure got to be now. And Hammonds with a blatant submission hold here. DeAndre's got to tap out here. He's going to risk permanent injury.
Pulling back on that arm and shoulder. He's going to hyperextend the elbow, work on the shoulder there. DeAndre, you can see he's fighting with the only one wing that he's got left.
Fractured before, it's sure got to be now. And Hammonds with a blatant submission hold here. DeAndre's got to tap out here. He's going to risk permanent injury.
Pulling back on that arm and shoulder. He's going to hyperextend the elbow, work on the shoulder there. DeAndre, you can see he's fighting with the only one wing that he's got left, and he's not got a lot behind that. Nick Hammonds, he said, hey, I'm a businessman. I can respect that, Joe Wheeler. You and I both are as well. But good Lord, have some human compassion every once in a while. He could have signed a championship match for the next Southern States Wrestling event when DeAndre Jackson had time to heal. But I guess taking advantage of a golden possibility, golden opportunity with the Tennessee title on the line here.
Absolutely right, Michael Sutherland. And, unfortunately the contract is what it is, that he got a shot anytime, anywhere.
I'd like to see this contract, Joe Wheeler.
Well, it does exist, unfortunately. I have seen it. Mac McMurray confirmed it to me when Nick came out here. I looked over at Mac, and Mac nodded his head, and unfortunately it is what it is. And Hammonds is taking full advantage of this situation. He's got DeAndre in a bad way at this point in time. The title is on the line. You got to wonder about the timing. And, Hammonds, he picked his spot, that's for sure. No doubt about that. As DeAndre's firing back with everything he's got. A series of hard forearms there. He's got Hammonds rocked into the ropes. A reversal into the corner here. DeAndre caught him right there. He caught him with that boot. And DeAndre caught him with a drop kick as well. He may only be at 50 to 40%, but he's still got some fight left in him. DeAndre rolls over, got a cover, and only got two on that as Hammonds was able to kick out. DeAndre is fighting with everything he's got. You got to believe that. He knows his title is on the line, and he's already taken a tremendous beating.
Well, as I mentioned during the tag team contest that we saw, DeAndre Jackson, he has been defending the Tennessee Championship all across the Volunteer State against some formidable competitors, and he has been coming out on top, Joe Wheeler, or he still wouldn't have this championship around his waist. Now, we have not seen Nick Hammonds in the area for quite some time, and but obviously he's not lost a step. Look, he tried to Irish whip him. He wasn't even able to get the full force on that. Got the leg caught now and kicked him right on the back of the thigh there. And as you see, Nick Hammonds, he goes right back to work on that arm. And, of course, that's what's going to bring him to the dance. And I guess you take that arm completely out of commission. You may have brought it straight down in a cutter-type maneuver. Referee slides in, 1, 2, and 3. Nothing else left. Nothing left for DeAndre Jackson.
Wrestling fans, the match has been signed. The rematch for the Tennessee title. Current champion Nick Hammonds will defend that title 15th at Southern States Wrestling 22nd anniversary against the former champion DeAndre Jackson. And this time, Nick Hammonds, he's going to be fresh.
Is he going to be fresh, like player fresh, like fresh?
I think you know what I mean. He won't be beat down like he was like when you took that title.
The thing that y'all don't take into account about the situation is it didn't matter if he had a match before or not. You thought he was beating me? Me. It's me. You know me. You know the things I've done. I don't like to lose. And, the thing is, if you're a betting man, you're always going to bet on Nick Hammonds. Why? Because I'm smart. I may not be the best wrestler. I may not hit the hardest. I may not be the fastest. I may not be the youngest. But I am the smartest. And DeAndre, you may think it's bad now. But wait till you get in there on paper. I got your belt. Right now, I've got your attention. But when it comes down to it, I'm just going to have you, period, point blank. I'm going to leave you laying right there, just like I did out here. It didn't matter if you had a match before, if I had a match before. The thing is, you just can't beat me, no matter how fresh you are. But I don't got to tell you. You already know.
February 15th, wrestling fans, Mount Carmel, Tennessee. Come see for yourself.
Michael Sutherland standing here with DeAndre Jackson. DeAndre, last time we spoke, hey, you had some very serious words for Nick Hammonds. You've had some rehab done on your shoulder. Are you ready?
Am I going to be ready? Is fat back greasy? Do birds fly? Do fish swim? Yes, I'm going to be ready on the 15th. You know, I've been rehabbing my heart out. And, you know, last time we spoke, I barely could lift my arm. But check this out right here. Oh, it's coming back full and strong. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm studying more footage of you, Nick. I'm studying footage of the grapes of the past to know what I can do the next time to counter everything you throw at me. 15th, I got another shot. And time is getting closer. And you can hear it, the clock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And only a matter of time before I'm looking across the ring at you. And only a time before you're on your back. And I'm standing over you with my title, once again, the Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. So beware, get ready, because I promise you, it's going to be a fight February 15th.
Fans, mark it down. Get to the building early in Mount Carmel. The 22nd Anniversary Spectacular.
The tradition, the legends, the stars of years gone by. Relive the memories. Learn the history. Southern States Wrestling. Classic television. On demand. Watch full-length episodes of Southern States Wrestling from the vault. blip.tv/classic-SSW-TV. Over 20 years of footage. Southern States Wrestling. Classic televisions on demand. Imperial Healthcare welcomes you to our new location. 645 East Main Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. New patients welcome now. Call 423-734-2318 or 782-0893 to make an appointment with our friendly and qualified staff. Imperial Healthcare of Kingsport, Tennessee. Simple and sincere. Dr. V.J. Singh, M.D. Tell them you heard about them on Southern States Wrestling. The stars of Southern States Wrestling's Power Half Hour are coming to a town near you. Saturday night, April 13th, Atkins, Virginia, Volunteer Fire Department. Stan Lee, Scott Sterling, Beau and Misty James, and a whole lot more. Sunday, March 24th, 3 p.m., Cherokee, North Carolina at the Convention Center. Beau and Misty James, KC Thunder, Ricky Morton, the Big Business Army, the Barbarian, and a lot more. Saturday night, March the 16th, Elizabethton, Tennessee, VFW on Elk Avenue. Misty James, Jake Booth, the Big Business Army, Eric Darkstorm, and a whole lot more. Friday night, March the 15th, 22nd Anniversary Spectacular. All the stars of Southern States Wrestling. Many former stars returning. A huge rumble. A night that you do not want to miss. A night 22 years in the making. Friday night, March the 15th, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory. Saturday night, March the 9th, Hayside, Virginia, at the elementary school. It's an all-star card. Welcome back to the Power Half Hour. Beau James here. You just saw where you can see the stars of the Southern States Wrestling Power Half Hour on tour all around the Mountain Empire. It's a big weekend coming up the 15th and 16th of March. Southern States Wrestling 22nd Annual Anniversary Spectacular, and I'm talking about the heavyweight title is going to be online both nights. Every member of the Southern States Wrestling roster has a chance to walk out of the Anniversary Spectacular, the new heavyweight champion. September began the era of Eric Darkstorm as the heavyweight champion. He defeated Tom Pritchard for the Southern heavyweight title. He walks around with both belts. The 15th of March right here in Mount Carmel, the 16th of March in VFW Hall in Elizabethton. They will be a battle royal both nights, early in the night. The winner of that Battle Royal will come back and face whoever the champion is. If Eric loses it on Friday night, it'll be facing a new champion on Saturday night. But the championship will be on the line in the main event for the Southern States title. Eric Darkstorm defends against the winner of a Battle Royal, and what I want to do right now is go take a special look at the Southern States heavyweight champion, the controversial Eric Darkstorm. There you saw Eric Darkstorm, and you better believe he's going to have his hands full because everybody's going to be fighting the 15th and 16th for that chance to get in the title match for Eric Darkstorm on the 15th, and we may have a new champion come the 16th, but everybody's going to be fighting it out in that Battle Royal each night. Eric Darkstorm's got his hands full, and I tell you, somebody else is going to have her hands full. That's the SSW Ladies Champion. Misty James defends the 15th of March right here in Mount Carmel against the Golden Princess. No idea who it is. James McHone's newcomer. He's bringing in here. You know, if McHone's involved, it's going to be something underhanded. It's going to be something dastardly. But let's take a look as we go to commercial break at your Southern States Ladies Champion, Misty James.
Take a look, boy. What do you think you see? Is it the high heels or the real deal? Turning you on to me. Step back, boy. You might want to think this through. Say you figured out what I'm about, but you really ain't got a clue about the other side of me. You gotta dig down deep to see what lies beneath. On the other side, there's a whole nother world, and I'm a complicated girl. There's a lot more to see on the other side of me.
Are you looking to keep up with Southern States Wrestling? Are you curious on what's going on in the wrestling careers of Beau and Misty James? Are you looking for DVDs of Southern States Wrestling events? How about the 2 published books by the King of Kingsport himself? Find it all at kingofkingsport.com. That's kingofkingsport.com. Your one stop for all the news, rumors, and updates on Southern States Wrestling and the dynamic James duo. kingofkingsport.com.
With the economy changing almost daily and not always for the best, let Hassie'sKitchenTable.com keep your food budget under control. Leave the work up to us as we find inexpensive recipes, cooking, and shopping tips. You will soon have all the tips, ideas, recipes you need to feed your family well on a budget and have fun while doing it.
Saturday night, March the 16th, Elizabethton, Tennessee, VFW on Elk Avenue. Misty James, Jake Booth, the Big Business Army, Eric Darkstorm, and a whole lot more. Friday night, March the 15th, 22nd Anniversary Spectacular. All the stars of Southern States Wrestling. Many former stars returning. A huge rumble. A night that you do not want to miss. A night 22 years in the making. Friday night, March the 15th, Mount Carmel, Tennessee, Armed Forces Center Armory. We talked about him before we went to break. He's bringing in a new girl to challenge Misty James, but also he's going to be in the ring the 15th and 16th. I'm talking about big business James McHone. You know, he's having all kinds of trouble. People's after him everywhere he goes. But come the 15th of March, he's going to step in the ring in a 6-man tag team against my nephew, Jake Booth, who has 2 very special mystery partners for you, McHone, for you, Frank Parker, for you, Scott Sterling. I know who it is, but I'm not going to tell you. Jake went out and he spent some money to get 2 partners that can do some damage. And come the 15th of March, McHone, you're going to be surprised just like everybody else in the arena is. Let's take a look right now what has led to Jake Booth going and finding 2 mystery partners to come after you, McHone, and those tag team champions of yours.
Man, we are going at it tooth and nail here. Scott Sterling went to the eyes of Jake Booth, and you know, it kind of surprises me in a way that Sterling and Parker keep resorting to going to the eyes of Jake Booth. They obviously see this young man as a serious enough threat that they're going to resort to such tactics. I mean, it's not uncommon for these guys to use these tactics, but as much as they have in this matchup, they obviously are seriously concerned about Jake Booth's ability in the ring, and they want to try to keep him down as much as possible. James McHone now laying in his shots on Jake. Oh, he's catching him with a series of closed fists right there. McHone now, what looks like a reverse chin lock possibly, but he is just beating on Jake. Oh, Jake's firing back. Jake's firing back. A series of punches here as the crowd went wild when Jake started firing back on McHone.
Well, Jake Booth, he is really going after it, but what he needs to do is get over to his corner. He fell down in a neutral corner. James McHone, he got out of there very, very quickly. Frank Parker now, he needs to make a tag, and Jimmy Valiant being tagged in the Boogie Woogie Man. Wow, here we go. Scott Sterling being hit, and James McHone just takes a big punch. We've got them all in here. Beau James comes in, grabs hold of Frank Parker. He is the outside here. Man, we've got Jake Booth. He dropped the straps, and he's going after James McHone. Referee is not paying attention. And Joe Wheeler, I don't know what to call. Jimmy Valiant's got Scott Sterling over here, and Jimmy Valiant just got posted over there. He has got his head rammed into the ring post. Scott Sterling in now. Catches Jake Booth in we had a modified neck breaker there on Jake Booth. Oh, wait a minute. James McHone just flopped over.
No, not like that. James McHone just got the pinfall over Jake Booth. 22 years running strong. James McHone, I hope you're getting ready. I know Jake Booth's looking for a couple of tag team partners for you.
22nd anniversary, right? What did I tell you 2 years ago? On Christmas night. 2 years ago on Christmas night, I was beaten up, I was humiliated, and I was carried out of the armory down there in Kingsport. And I told you that every single person involved was going to pay. Beau James, beat up, won't even get near us. Jimmy Valiant, embarrassed on Christmas night and sent home. Jake Booth, do you really want to talk about what I did to Jake Booth? I have beat this fool down twice. Who else in Southern States Wrestling have I beat up twice? Nobody. But Jake Booth, you can look high and low. I don't care. Because the fact is plain and simple, Jake Booth, I own you. You can get anybody you want. I got the greatest tag team in professional wrestling. Frank Parker, Scott Sterling. No two men alive have held the tag team championships more than those two individuals. Look it up. Nobody has ever beaten Frank Parker and Scott Sterling. Nobody. And guess what? Jake Booth has never beaten Big Business. And nobody ever will beat Frank Parker and Scott Sterling. And Jake Booth, you can get anybody you want. You will never beat Big Business.
Fans, 22nd anniversary Southern States Wrestling. Be sure to join us, Mount Carmel, Tennessee.
We've had a lot of action here today. We've seen the ladies champion. We've seen the tag champions. We've seen Eric Darkstorm, the heavyweight champion. We heard about the Tennessee title matches. For all the news, all the updates, kingofkingsport.com. Learn about the 22nd anniversary super spectacular weekend. Mount Carmel, Tennessee, the 15th, Friday night the 15th, the 16th, Saturday night the 16th, VFW Hall, Elizabethton, Tennessee. If you're coming in for the Bristol race, need something to do Friday and Saturday night, look no further than Southern States Wrestling. Each year we know people come in for the races and they come to the wrestling matches and they love it. Everybody who comes regular loves it. 22 years and growing. We're still here. People's doubted us. People spread rumors about us. People have said all kinds of awful things about not only my family but Southern States Wrestling. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. 22 years, still going strong. We're kicking off our 23rd year. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. And things are going to just keep on rolling with us. Southern States Wrestling. Join us right here. KingofKingsport.com. YouTube.com/KingofKingsport. Blip TV/Southern States Wrestling. Power Half Hour. And don't forget about the commercials you saw earlier. Watch the classic programs on Blip TV also. Right here next week. All the news. Big updates. I'm going to bring you the entire card for the 22nd anniversary spectacular that's coming to Mount Carmel the 15th, Elizabethton the 16th. God bless you for watching. Be safe. We'll see you ringside.
Oh, yes.